Hi everyone, in this video I'd like to share with you how I use graphite powder and how I can create some very delicate soft gradients. So as we know, when we take graphite pencil and we rub that onto paper, and we can take a blending stick or tortillon and we can do some blending, and sometimes you'll find that if you want to make this even more of a gentle, more fade into the paper, it's kind of difficult to do with a blending stick. You know, even if you lift up, there just seems to be these like scale-like movements, you know, the circular lines that are put in there when you use a blending stump or tortillon. However, if you collect your graphite shavings from your sharpener and you put them in here, and this, you can actually purchase graphite powder. They do sell it. And if you look in there, you can see that there's probably some pieces of wood in there, and there's some larger shaving pieces and smaller dust-like particles. If you were to purchase it, it would probably be all one fine grade of powder. But since I collect the shavings from my graphite pencils, whether they're 2B, 4B, 6B, or 8B, they're a little bit more coarser. So there's a couple ways you can do this. One way I like to do is you can use a blending stump and you can apply the powder right onto the paper. This is great for doing larger sections that you want to cover, background. But again, we're still back to how do I, you know, fade this out, this edge, so it's clean and it's, you know, I want it more of a delicate fade into that paper. So that's what I use most, is a brush. And this is a dedicated brush that I use only for graphite. I don't even use it for charcoal, although you probably can use the same technique with charcoal. But as I'm going in here, do you notice I'm actually lifting some of this graphite and moving it? That's how delicate the brush is. So I can fade out this line in through here, more into the paper. And I'm not pressing down hard. I'm just very lightly using the tips of those bristles and just kind of working it in gently into that paper. I can go into here and do the same. See, I just lift that up and I'm just gently feathering it in. This is great if you're working on a portrait, you're doing around the eyes. You can smooth out areas that have these lines, these streaky lines, that you really can't do with the tortillon. Okay, and I'm going, since my lines were like this circular pattern, I'm going the opposite direction. Lifting up. I'm actually lifting up that graphite that's in the fibers. You know, when we look at the side of, you know, paper, if we were to enlarge it, you have all these valleys and dips like this. And the graphite settles in it on the top and on the bottom. And with that brush, we're just able to lift up that graphite out of those little valleys and nooks and crannies and make it even. Okay, see how gentle, soft that is? And another way you can use the graphite is you can actually just dump it right on your paper. Now, when I do this, whether I'm using the brush or even the blending stick, notice how dark it is. It's because I can really smoosh all those, all that graphite. Get a nice dark smudge that I find is smoother than using the blending stump. See how smooth that is? See how smooth that is? You can really have fun with this. Okay, so those are some ways that you can use graphite powder. All right, have fun.